近代小説序論っていうのは20世紀の代表的な小説家の肖像、新入生でも取れるって。近代小説序論
Apparently we're huge in Australia. It's nice to know that that the show does really well elsewhere.
I hear from people all the time that the show, you know, in certain countries is really big. You know, I mean, it was always meant to be universal. It was always meant to be something anybody could relate to. It wasn't supposed to be, you know, only for teenagers or only for people who lived in California. Or only, there was, you know, it's supposed to be, you know, stories about life, the universal angst of life, you know, writ large. So the fact that people in other cultures are responding to it is, you know, terrific.
Se divertirán con la profesora Walsh. Es todo un personaje.
¿Has tomado su clase?
Sí, de hecho, la ayudaré en su materia. Lo siento, olvidé por completo mis modales. Soy Raleigh.
Willow, y ella es mi amiga Buffy.
A friend of mine's from Germany, from Bavaria, and he knows I'm on the show, and he said, if you could get me anything from Buffy at all, a hat, a t-shirt, anything, I'd be the most popular man in Germany. Just get anything. So I gave him a mug and a t-shirt and a hat, and he wrote me a letter that said that his niece is now the most popular girl in all of Bavaria because she has a Buffy hat.
In general, I think that overseas, in Canada and France and Germany, there's not such a stigmatism against science fiction and horror and fantasy. And so they fully appreciate the strengths of the show.
The international success of Buffy the Vampire Slayer is just bizarre. My wife and I were in Paris for our honeymoon, and I was in a comic book store, and I in my halting French, told the guy I wrote for Buffy, and he's like, oh, yeah, Buffy, big deal. You know, he was very unimpressed, and then we left, and I could see him telling his friend, like, I wrote for Buffy.
Acho engraçado quando você grita. É como...
I was really lucky. I got to go to England this past summer, and I mean, to walk down the street and have people go, oh my God, it's Tara from Buffy! You know, I'm just like, whoa, they don't do that in LA. You'd think, you know, LA is like the Hollywood, but no, nobody cares. There, it's just like, oh my God, it's Tara.
It was really weird in France because Alex. They were just so floored by the fact that I was there. It's like, what are you doing here? You know, you're a big star. And they were nothing but kind and lovely, and we got a lot of free champagne.
Il suffit que tu saches que j'ai échangé ma voiture contre une autre qui n'était pas entièrement rouillée, que je me suis réfugié dans les bras de mes parents bien aimés, et là j'ai constaté que rien n'avait changé, excepté que j'ai dû dormir dans la cave et que j'ai payé un loyer. Et toi, à la fac?
Chippendale.
Rien ni personne sur cette terre.
Mais si. Non, c'est très bien.
I noticed that in France, it was most intense. In France, they physically tried to rip my clothes off.
I know that some of my actors have been to France, and Allison was like, I'm a rock star. Oh my God. She was like, people were running after her car going, Alison, Alison. And she was all excited.
I did a Buffy convention, and people were like trying to stake out the hotel room and the whole, like, it was very, I felt like a little rock star. It was very weird.
England's great because it was our last stop from our 5-week whirlwind trip through Europe. It was the first time that I had been there and I was doing an autograph signing. It was the same thing there with the show. It seems to be doing well over there, and God bless them. Thank you very much.
As far as the BBC is concerned, you know, the fact that they not only bought it, but they then put it on twice a week. That's cool.